And I don't want to like be a hater or an anti or anything, but this is where I struggled with Harlem, the show on Amazon.
Yeah.
There's a few things, issues with that. One, just being like, I don't know about the script, but
Look, support Black, buy Black, love my people.
yeah, make no mistake, you won't find a bigger cheerleader for my people than me. That said,
Things I avoid speaking about, don't I? I'm just gonna not do that today.
I am not here to yuck anyone's yum in any sense.
I said
But
nothing about Cynthia Erivo's latest tweet. I'm being nice to people now. This is a new
right,
thing.
imagine all the things we could be talking about right now already. And see, this is why I was just like, oh, maybe shouldn't pop this top. But I am not saying Harlem is the only one that's guilty of this. You can turn to like Dear White People. You can turn to quite a few other things. But even in those narratives where it's like women trying to figure it out, there's still also this sheen of a soapbox that we have to occupy because it's our job to educate.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they have to coexist, even in some of the art that we create for ourselves. And I struggle with that because sometimes we're wrong. It's okay to learn and to unlearn and to figure things out along the way, but it's like we don't really see that. I think one of the better coming of age things for me that I still consider coming of age, and people I think can debate me as living single.
I was thinking of Girlfriends.
Yeah, it's here are these women that ostensibly should have it figured out, but don't. And
also they're unlikable sometimes, which I feel like is something we really don't get. That's why I love Insecure, just to bring that into the table, because Issa and Molly's character, while I liked watching them, they were also really unlikable. And while they were figuring things out, that transition area, that disorientation is not something we get insight into very often, and seeing the process go on.
And that's exactly with Insecure, you actively saw Issa have the process of unraveling things, figuring out, oh, here's where I went wrong. Let me figure that out. And in doing that, I'm going to create a brand new mistake that will carry me over. And that is so much closer to life than I had this experience. Let me educate my entire friend group real quick on what I've learned, and we will never make this mistake again. No, you probably will. And that's okay. And you were okay to stumble. And Molly, I had to really check myself there, because by the end of the last season, I was just like, why are we doing this with Molly? Can't stand her. What's happening? And then you get to the end where things are working out and she's happy and she's married and she is coming into her own. She's making the exact same mistakes that I probably made in my 20s. And in all sort of anchored in this idea of like her thinking that she had to have it figured out. There just isn't enough of an emphasis placed on us having the room to make repeated mistakes without judgment, without hard judgment. And I think that now we're moving into stories that are better equipped to handle that and to reflect that. I think of How to Die Alone in that regard.